when I'm first in the dirty stall is I like to go around and pick up all the really big piles of food. So we'll start with this one back here. It's really easy. I like to do a two-handed grip on my manure fork. Put one in the middle and one up here at the top. Push it in. And then you want to shake the excess shavings. And you take the dirty poop and put it into the wheelbarrow. And then you repeat that over and over again until all of the piles are gone. Everything up, as they can be very deceiving. It can be larger than you expect, and you really want to make sure you get all of those pea shavings out of the stall, or else they'll sit there and get packed out and get really disgusting and gross. So the way to do that is you really want to make sure that you scrape at the shavings and make sure that you're getting all of the pea, and then you can throw all of that right into your wheelbarrow. Something else that you can do with a pea spot, especially if it's a really bad pea spot where the horse has a habit of just peeing in the same place over and over and over again, is use lime. The nice thing about lime is that it helps remove the smell of ammonia that comes from a pea spot. And so all you have to do with the lime is open it, get the little cup that's inside of it, get a scoop, and sprinkle it right in the really bad pea spot. This will help start to relieve the smell, and in future, when you then put clean shavings over it, it'll help relieve the smell even before the horse already starts peeing again. Are the shavings underneath the water pots. A lot of the water pots that we have here at William Woods can get very leaky, and when a horse drinks the water, a lot of it spills out just because the horse's mouth is going in and pushing the water over the edge. Therefore, the shavings underneath the water pot can get as bad as a pea spot if they're not cleaned out enough and cleaned out correctly. So, much like a pea spot, you really want to dig down into it, and you can see that this is a pretty bad one. There are a lot of shavings underneath here, and really make sure that you get all the way down to the concrete, like so, and then get rid of all of these wet shavings. And that you can just do by scooping and now that you've cleaned your stall, something else that is very important to do is to make sure that all of the shavings are fluffed. You kind of saw me do this as I was going through the stall by picking up and turning over some of the shavings. But I'm going to make sure, I'm going to go back through my stall and make sure that everything is really fluffed. And that's something that you should do too, as just a last precaution before you go and get new shavings. So this is done really easily. Just stick your pitchfork in as deep as you can get. Make sure you hear that scrape of the concrete, and then you can pick it up and lot of the times when you're fluffing, you can find things and little pieces that you missed before that you can then shake out and get out of the stall. Your shavings are fluffed. You want to make sure that you have the correct amount of shaving in your stall. This stall already had a lot of shavings in it, so through my fluffing and everything else, this pretty much has the right amount of shavings in it already. One way to test it though, or to make sure that you have the correct amount of shavings, is by taking your pitchfork and just pushing it into the shavings. Once you hit that concrete, that shows you how much shavings you have in the stall. This stall right now is at a pretty good amount where it comes up about a quarter of the way up your pitchfork. That means that there's a good amount of shavings. And you can kind of go around and do it in other places in the stall as well to make sure that things are even. I made sure that there wasn't as much shavings up here. That would be unacceptable. That's not enough shavings for our horses, and that can make a really hard stall for the horse. They can actually end up injuring the horse if they stay on that hard of a stall for too long. However, you don't want too many shavings either, as that then makes it really deep for the horse, and it makes it very hard to clean for people after you. So let's go get some more shavings. You would probably fill up your wheelbarrow all the way full. Not overspilling, but as full as you can get it to make sure that you really give that horse a nice soft bed. However, if you have a stall kind of like mine, where in some ways it wouldn't even really need any new shavings or a very small amount, we won't be filling this wheelbarrow up very far. Part of the reason I'm only putting any shavings in this stall right now is to demonstrate for this video. So, easy. Scoop your shavings and put it in your wheelbarrow. It's that simple. Always put the horse back in the stall. So this is how to clean the stall. There are other ways to do this successfully, but this is my favorite way of doing it. I hope you had fun. Thanks. Now that you've cleaned your stall, something else that is very important to do is make sure that all of the shavings are stuffed. Stuffed? Ready? Ready? Are you ready put the wheelbarrow in the shavings. Okay. Another really important spot to get in a dirty stall that people often forget about are the shavings underneath the water pot. A lot of our water pots here actually drain. Nope. Shit. Not drain. They leak. They leak a little bit. Okay.
You know,